Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy E, coming to you from Great Falls, Montana. And I had a few minutes to spare, so I thought I might put together a video for something that I was requested of, and that is how to slide tandems. Not only sliding the rear tandems, but also sliding the fifth wheel. So that's what we're going to show today right now in this video. So let's get started. Okay, so whenever you're going to slide the tandems, here's some of the items that you may want to pick up. Right now I have some gloves, and that helps to get traction to keep my hands clean. I have a piece of chalk. I'll show you guys that how we use that in a little bit. Got vice grips. Vice grips is very important. You got flat ties for all the loose wiring. We've got a hammer in case the pin is stubborn. And then lastly we have a tape measure. So this is how we use all those items. Okay, so here we are. We're at the edge of the trailer right now, and we got the tandem slid all the way back to the end. Okay. For the sake of this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up to be California legal, which is 40 foot. Is 40 foot from the kingpin. So how we get that math is this, okay? Right here we have the kingpin. Okay, the kingpin is not to the edge of the trailer; it's set in by 3 feet. So from the edge of the trailer, 3 feet, and we have our kingpin. Right now we're pushing a 53 foot trailer, so 53 minus 3 is 50, which means towards the end of this trailer, here we're at the back of the trailer, we're going to count in 10 feet, and that's how we're going to make our mark. That's how we're going to know where to line up. You know, the back tire hubcap in a straight line. We're gonna mark that by 40 feet. Okay, so one of the items that we said we needed was a tape measure. This is how we're gonna do it. Take the tape measure. And we take our piece of chalk. And so right here we made our mark. Okay, so it had already been marked previously, which is kind of good. I measured it anyways just to match it. But so what we do is take the chalk, mark it, and that's where we want to line up the back of the wheels to this line. Okay, so right now we're underneath the trailer, and as you can tell, we have our release arm. Okay, we're lucky this round; it actually pulled all the way out. A lot of the times the pin gets stuck, and what happens is the pin fits in this hole, and the pin goes right here. And sometimes when it gets knocked back or pushed forward, the pin pinches one side or another. And when it does that, what you have to do is rock the truck. You release your trailer brakes, and you keep in your cab brakes, and then you rock the truck, whether it be backward or forward, to loosen the pin and somehow center it. In this case, we got off easy. It's already centered in, and the arm is able to be pushed out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my vice grips. We're gonna hold back the pin from under, and we're gonna go ahead and latch the vice grips. What this is for when the truck is moving, it doesn't prematurely set in before you mean it to. So in this case, we have it locked in, and we're good to go. So the hammer, what that's used for is sometimes the pin is still stubborn, and you got to give it a good whack. So you just take it, boom, you hit it. And sometimes it shakes it, but these are just all ways you can try to get that pin to be loosed, and you can get back to setting your tandems. So let's go back inside the truck, and you can get the procedure for that part. But so far so good. Okay, so we're back in the truck, and this is what we want to do. First, we're going to go ahead and start the truck, making sure that the truck is in neutral. You got both brakes applied. All right, good deal. Okay, so from here, let's see. From here, we're going to go ahead and keep the trailer brakes applied. We're going to push in the yellow, and we're going to hit reverse. Okay, so now we're about to push the trailer all the way back. A good rule of thumb is you want to go ahead and push the trailer all the way back to where it doesn't go no more. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so you heard the little thud, right? Which is good. That means you're all the way back. From here, good rule of thumb is you want to go ahead and move forward about a foot, maybe a foot and a half, you know, give or take, and we're gonna try to see if we can hit that 40-foot mark. So we're gonna go. So we're gonna put the truck in its low gear. Okay, let's go check. So now, gonna engage both brakes. Let's go. Okay, so here we are. We have our mark. We have a mark right here, but look at what happened. We're still not set. We're still not lined up. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue to pull forward, and then what's gonna happen is this trailer is gonna move, and as it moves and it moves and it moves and it lines up right with the hubcap of the back tire, then that's where we want to set it. Okay, so I got to go back in. I got to go back, move it forward, and let's see if we can line the seam back up again. Okay, so so far so good. Let's see. So we have our mark, and we have the tire. Now it doesn't quite offset. It's offset by maybe like 1 pin. So let's go check out the pin situation and see where we are. Okay, here we are. We're back. As you can tell, the pin itself is not fully set in. Okay, and I technically could drive forward just a little bit more, and it'll lock probably right out the 40-foot markers. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take the vice grips, take them off, hit the pin up or hit the latch up. Okay, it sets in, which means the next move that I do, it's going to lock in. So whether I drive forward or drive back, it's going to lock. So I'm going to go back and check. Here's my marker. Okay, I'm off. I got to drive the trailer forward, and then right there it should lock. Okay, so as you can tell, we're right on the money. So that's how you set the tandems. Now, there's a few things you want to check after you're done setting the tandems, and we're going to take a look at that right now. So here we are. Okay, and if you notice, we have dangling wires. Okay, and if you look, they're not that far off the ground. See right here? I mean, it's pretty bad. So that's where the flat tires come in handy. Okay, what you want to do with these is find the nearest thing you can latch it to. So I'm going to go ahead and latch them right here. So what I do is basically this. Take it, do one circle, loop it through. Okay. So now that I've done that, now they're sitting a little bit higher off the ground, and it's not so bad. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that your hoses are off the ground at least by 18 inches, DOT law, and then on top of that, you know, it's just good practice, because if something snags it and it takes out your air hoses, you have no brakes, so not good. Make sure they're tied up. Okay, so that's how we do the tandems. The tandems are now set, 40-foot marker. Everything's locked in. The pin is latched in, and let me go show you that real quick. The pin right here is latched in. Everything's good, locked up, and that's how we do the tandems. So now let's get busy with the fifth wheel. Okay, here we are. We're about to adjust the fifth wheel. The fifth wheel is not that tricky. The only thing you really need is just a pair of gloves and a piece of chalk. I think is the only thing you really need for the fifth wheel. This is what it looks like. Here's what you're adjusting. So we have these pins right here, okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to, let's say we'll move them just over here, Okay, so for right now, what we'll do is we'll take our piece of chalk and we'll just mark where we want it to go. So that's our visual. Now, what warrants you moving the fifth wheel or adjusting the tandems anymore is going to be like your weight distribution. And I have a cheat sheet thing I'm going to go ahead and show you guys really quick. And this is what I use still. This right here in my book. Okay. This is what I use. Now each one of the tandems the holes of the tandem move anywhere from 250 to 300 pounds. Any of the holes right here for the fifth wheel move about 500. So depending on how you got to distribute the weight, we have, you know, if I want to make the drives heavier or the tandems lighter and vice versa. So that's how this all works. I will try somehow to find a way to put that up online or something where you guys can print that, because it really is an excellent source of reference whenever you're adjusting the fifth wheel or the tandems. Because if you're overweight, you got to know how to adjust by how much and what it's going to affect. So anywho, I'll try to find a way to post that. Until then, let's get back on how to adjust the tandems. So we know where we want to go. What we're going to do for this exercise is we have to do a few things. Let me go and take you around the other side. Okay. What we have to do is we have to lower the landing gear. The whole point is we got to take pressure off of that fifth wheel. So here we are. And there's our little crank. Okay, so we just got done lowering our landing gear. Next, what we're going to do is go back inside the cab, and to continue to take the pressure off the fifth wheel, we're going to let down the airbags. So, same concept. Start the truck. Okay. I got both brakes engaged right now currently. For me, here's where the controls are. We have the airbag and we have the fifth wheel lock. Now what that does is that releases the pins and it pulls them out, you know, for you to be able to adjust the pins. With that, I have my foot in the brake currently. I'm going to go ahead and release trailer brakes, and I'm going to drive forward, and that's going to allow my fifth pin to move. Here we go. Okay, let's go see what happened. Okay, so here we are. Unfortunately, I didn't get it in the first try, which is pretty much real life stuff. I mean, you don't always get it in the first try. You gotta you know, do it again and again sometimes and readjust and, you know, pull it back out, and you get the point. But here's where we did land. So right here we're right here. Here's our mark. So what I'm going to do, because I move the fifth wheel, is I'm going to go ahead and do the same procedure, lowering the airbags, releasing the pins. They're going to pop back in. I'm going to move forward, and then these right here will go over here. And then I'll pop back out. I'll release the little trigger, and it'll pop back out, which should land right here. So that's what I got to do. I'm going to go back in, and we'll see if we hit it this time. Okay, so here we are again, and this is our progress right now. This is pretty much where we wanted it to be. So you know, that wasn't too bad. Now that I'm done adjusting my fifth wheel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I you know, put back up my landing gear, and from there I'm good to go. So that's the procedure, give or take. If you have any questions, you know, just, you know, feel free to holler at me. I think I covered pretty much the majority of it. It's just the main thing is just understanding how much to move, and on that little cheat sheet will help you out. And that's pretty much about it. So from me to you, signing out. Make sure you get at me, leave comments, or if you want, you can join me on Facebook. It seems to be working really well. I got really good company on there, and you can always get at me a little bit quicker than there. So anyways, have a great day. Catch you later. Bye.